Greetings, children of the screen, and welcome to the first installment of What You Mean You Ain't Seen a Ween. And tonight I am joined by...
Vic.
Taylor.
And Rosie.
And they're very amused by my title for the Halloween episodes of What You Mean You Ain't Seen. So...
A ween.
A ween. Keeping that in mind, what you mean you ain't seen From Beyond? From Beyond, originally released in 1986, rated R, coming in at 85 minutes, directed by Stuart Gordon, starring Jeffrey Combs, Barbara Crampton, Ted Sorrell, and Ken Forhey.
From the makers of Reanimator, From Beyond.
That's right, guys. This time we watched From Beyond. So, From Beyond is an awesomely weird 1980s horror movie based on a short story by H.P. Lovecraft, even though only the opening sequence of this movie actually incorporates anything from the short story, and after that they're just coming up with their own shit. But the basic gist of it is there's a scientist who builds a machine that vibrates at like a certain resonating frequency that allows the human pineal gland to react accordingly so that basically he can see into another dimension. And not only can you see into another dimension, you can see these creatures that live there, and you can actually interact with them, and they can eat you, or fuck you, or all kinds of other fucking crazy shit.
All kinds of fun.
But yeah, and it's from Stuart Gordon, same guy who did Reanimator. So if you watched our video on Reanimator and liked it, fucking buckle up. Right on, guys. So, in general, what'd you guys think of From Beyond? Starting this way, moving that way.
All right. Honestly, the gore, just it was great. I loved it because I like these kind of things. So, A+ from me. How about you, Taylor?
I'm scarred for life.
Wow. Is that it?
Yeah!
Okay, Rosie.
My response was the shrug.
The shrug?
It was a movie.
Okay, it's a movie.
Like, I didn't hate it, but it wasn't like, oh, I loved it. It's just a movie.
Well, that's interesting. I've never done one of these with 3 other people, and we have 3 vastly different reactions to it, so that's interesting. That'll give this video a slightly different take. I knew you were going to like this movie somehow.
Yeah.
Yeah, it must have been the boobs. In
No.
the hentai.
So, what was your favorite thing out of Stuart Gordon's /H.P. Lovecraft's From Beyond?
Honestly, I liked how they actually did, they tried to make it scientific in the way, like, how the machine worked and everything.
Yeah.
They actually had they put thought into it. They weren't just like, oh, let's have this monster thing somehow appear from this machine and it'll work.
Yeah.
They actually tried to explain.
Yeah, there's a lot of cool ideas that go into it. Obviously, it's soft sci-fi, so it doesn't make 100% sense, but they take enough, like, cool ideas from throughout, like, both science and, like, ancient kind of texts about the way people thought the brain worked and stuff, and manage to mix them together in a way that make it just plausible enough that you can be like, oh no, yeah, that's actually really cool. And the, like, mad scientist character in the original H.P. Lovecraft story was highly influenced by Nikola Tesla, which is why he uses, like, vibratory resonance and stuff like that. And there have been plenty of studies talking about how vibratory resonance does affect the human perception and, like, the human nervous system. So yeah, that's a good call. There's a lot of really, it's not necessarily scientifically accurate, but there's a lot of great stuff in there and cool ideas that they mix together in a way that makes it just plausible enough for you to be like, oh yeah, that's cool, monsters from another dimension. Boobs.
The only thing I liked about it was the CGI in that time period. It was actually really super good, in my opinion.
Super good CGI.
Really super good.
Really super good. No, yeah, the effects in the movie are fantastic. I really love the practical effects, but the optical effects are actually, for the time the movie was made in 1986, are really solid, especially because it's actually not CGI. They didn't really have CGI, not anything that could do that anyway. Like, back then for CGI, you're still at, like, wireframe stuff, like Tron or lower. So what it actually is literally them filming a puppet up against a black screen and then filming, like, the actors acting to nothing like you would with CGI, and then they actually just have to, like, literally go in frame by frame and cut those puppets out and insert them into the regular shot, and then do a dissolve effect on it so that, like, it looks like it blends in. It helps that they're coming from, like, another dimension, so, like, they don't have to look 100% real. But yeah, like I agree. Like the effects in the movie are fucking fantastic, especially for like just a crazy, weird, awesome, psychedelic, twisted ass movie like this.
Just picturing creepy fucking puppets. I mean, it's already bad enough that they're like creepy
Oh,
whatever's
yeah.
in the movie, but then you make them puppets.
Well, they show
are
a
creepy
couple of
fucking
they show a
puppets.
couple of the actual puppets like towards the end whenever she's like basically those same things that are flying around like the little eel things are just
Yeah.
like coming down the stairs in that water, and then like
Not
said-
that kind of cum.
I said coming down. Was it that I said coming, or was it that I said coming down the stairs? Is it like coming down the
makes it worse?
stairs? Is it that four-word combination that just makes you go?
Talk about whitewater.
I think we just found Vic's fetish.
No.
It's
Eels
stairs.
coming downstairs.
No.
Look at the redness.
So yes, the effects in the movie are pretty solid.
Poke me in the face.
I liked that the dog survived.
Of fucking course you did. No, the dog's fine. He just got a tasty snack.
Yeah, now he's got bloodlust.
I don't even know if that's blood. I think that's actually like the gooey stuff that, like, I think he twisted him shut.
So he's got lube lust.
Yeah, 'cause, I mean it's lube in real life, but like then I guess it's like some kind of
Insatiable
protoplasm,
lube lust.
protoplasm lust maybe,
Pee-pee lust.
protoplasmic lust. Anyway, yeah.
pee-pee has
Anyway,
pee-pee
yeah.
lust.
In case you're worried, guys, the dog fucking survives. That's cool, I guess.
That's the part I was worried about. Everything else was just like, oh, and then I saw the dog at the end, and I was like, yay!
Yay, the puppy! They should have had a shot of the dog running up and licking her kneecap.
Or
It's
just
like literally
just like
extending
turning into a
out.
monster and just
Something
She's
like
gone.
that.
Just like,
As for my favorite thing of the movie, again, if you guys watched our Reanimator, What You Mean You Ain't Seen video, my favorite thing is motherfucking Jeffrey Combs.
Crawford, what did you see?
It ate him. Bit off his head. Like a gingerbread man.
The man is a goddamn genre icon and a god, okay? He's Herbert West Reanimator. He's The Question. He's like 9 different guys from Star Trek, from like every version of Star Trek except for the original series, because, you know, he was like in fucking high school or some shit when that was going down. But yeah, he's a fucking bomb. And like, y'all should really look him up, because I'm sure that he voices shit in a bunch of the anime that you watch.
yeah, I've seen him in a few things.
I
Yeah.
just thought you were gonna say cunt. And
No.
I'm so glad you didn't.
No. Like, no, Jeffrey Combs deserves all the... Also, I got to meet him at a con, and,
Oh.
like, just briefly, he's super fucking cool and chill and stuff. He's awesome. Jeffrey Combs, I'm gonna tag you again when I post this on Twitter, and it's okay that you don't respond. You're still awesome. Notice me! I fucking love you!
That will be quite enough of that.
Right on, guys. So now it's time. What was your least favorite thing out of From Beyond? And don't worry, this will be nothing like last time.
Yeah, last time. Okay, to be honest, I just didn't like the main character girl's, like, character.
I thought you were gonna say her boobs.
Yeah, they weren't round enough, they weren't big enough, you know how it is. But no, I didn't like her
boobs.
personality. I don't know, she just kind of
Well,
pissed me off the entire movie.
No, yeah.
I get she was under the influence of
Yeah.
the machine, but...
And we don't really know, we don't really get much time with her before she goes under the influence of the machine.
True.
And the little bit of time that we do get before her, they mostly focus on the fact that she's like a career-oriented, like she doesn't give a shit about anyone else, like she's gonna get what she wants to further her career. She's kind of portrayed as kind of a stuck-up bitch. So it's not strange that you wouldn't necessarily gravitate towards her as an awesome character.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, that's definitely a fair criticism. Like, she goes from one extreme to the other pretty quickly without us getting much time to know, like, to actually value her before the changes. So it's much harder to tell, like, where the changes start and where the changes stop. At the same time, Stuart Gordon, he's never really that concerned with giving you a main character that you like. Stuart Gordon's more interested in just like giving you a weird character and watching you, or like having you watch them go through this progression, more so than being like, you like this person. This person's just like you.
What are you gonna do to me?
I'm going to kiss
All right. Taylor, what was your least favorite thing about the movie?
The way that they made the monsters, it kind of was like weird to me. Like
That's the point. It
main
was fucking
monster.
awesome.
Fucking awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you know, awesome.
That was kind of what was going on. Yeah, they were fucking awesome.
Yeah.
They were awesome. They were also fucking awesome. But if you didn't like them because they were weird and gross, then that just means that they did their job very fucking well.
Okay.
So that's interesting because, like, I get that you might, like, yeah, if that grosses you out and, like, weirds you out, you don't like it, that's cool. But, like, that's what they're going for. So it's not really a negative against the movie. But yeah, okay, we'll go ahead and go with that.
Okay.
She didn't like this movie. Not at all.
She doesn't like much.
I think really she just hates it because now she really wants one of those little leather outfits. She doesn't know how to deal with that or process
She wants
it.
one of the head things to use too.
Yeah, just. She's like, yeah.
God, I only had pizza today, and
I thought you were gonna say penis.
I only had penis today, and this is really getting in the way of that.
It's like, God.
Oh, it's so beautiful. So beautiful.
So, Miss Rosie,
E.
what was your least favorite thing in this movie?
Just like the opposite of what she liked. I didn't like the way it was done. And obviously, I mean, for the time, yeah, it was good and stuff, but just I've been spoiled by the now.
Mm-hmm.
And so looking back, I'm always just like,
Is
like it takes away the fun for me. Like it makes it less immersive.
Oh, okay. So, like, it should be like a cartoon, then? Like, CGI.
I mean, at least then it would all look like it came from the same thing.
Well, I mean, actually, that's the problem with CGI, is CGI is fake, whereas all these, I think the reason I mean, if you don't like it, that's fine, like the way the effect looks, but I think that actually the reason the effect works is because they're filming something real, and then combining it with something real, and there is, like, a distortion effect, but, like, personally, I'll take an optical effect any day over, like, most big blockbuster CGI. Like, some of it's done really, really good, but, like, most CGI, like, people know it doesn't look real, so nowadays in movies they don't even try to make most of it look real anymore. They just try to make it look cool. I don't know. There's an aesthetic disconnect for me, but at the same time, I get what you're saying. Like, it does look cheesy and dated and stuff. And especially for, like, you, where most of the movies you've seen have probably been more CGI heavy than, like, practical classical effects. I can definitely see how, like, it would, cause problems and stuff. So again, I don't hold that against you for, fucking hating some of the greatest special effects in horror movie history.
Hate it. It was just it took me out of the experience. Like I was just sitting there like, oh, it's an old movie. Would you stop? You
See,
heathens?
do you see what your negativity is doing to our filming?
My whole life is negativity. It has
film
nothing to
production.
do with the filming.
Man, between your negativity and Taylor's inability to cope with her newfound kinkiness,
Sexuality.
this video is going to be a wreck. Okay, guys, so again, all vastly different reactions to the film. Some of us think it's awesome. Some of us think it's a horrible piece of shit. But would you recommend it to anyone for, like, a Halloween horror movie?
I honestly wouldn't, but that's just because it didn't really feel like horror to me. It was just like, oh, it's a movie.
They're all
With
turning
gore.
against me. They're all turning against me.
I liked it. It just didn't feel like a horror movie.
No, that's fair. That's fair. It's much more just kind of like weird, super weird, twisted sci-fi.
Yeah, if I'm going to suggest something, I want someone to piss their pants.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And
I agree.
oh, okay. So
Well-
you hate the movie, and it wasn't scary, so you wouldn't recommend it.
Yeah, it wasn't scary at all. Like, I
Okay.
wasn't scared. I was just grossed out the whole time.
No, yeah, that's fair. That's fair. So you wouldn't recommend it. Okay. It's okay.
See,
Don't say
surprisingly,
anything mean in the comments.
surprisingly for me, I would.
Yeah, okay.
Because of the gore. Like, not everyone wants to be scared on Halloween. Some people like the fact that people dress up and like look like their arms are cut off
Yeah.
and stuff like that. And so it depends on the person. But I would be like, hey,
Yeah, that's
if
true.
they're into this, I'll recommend this.
Yeah, and that's kind of my feeling too. Is that like y'all are totally right. It's not like terrifyingly scary, but then again, few movies really are. But it falls more into that same category of like weird, kind of pseudo campy, twisted '80s movies. Like it'd go in good with like Return of the Living Dead or Evil Dead 2 or like some crazy shit like that. So on those grounds, like the effects are great. Like the acting is bizarre, but like super fun and has that like 80s horror movie cheese that people really like. So yeah, on those grounds, I highly recommend it, whether it's for this Halloween season or just when the fuck ever. If you've got this far in the video and you haven't stopped to go watch From Beyond, fucking watch it. Unless you're, Taylor. She already watched it.
Stop it!
Why are you British?
I don't like this movie with all the creatures and the boobies.
I liked the boobies.
I feel like
Me too.
they were okay. They're just boobs.
There's no such thing as just boobs. Right on, guys. So thank you for joining us for this edition of What You Mean You Ain't Seen From Beyond.
Later.
Bye.
Adios. You missed the ween.
And if you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and share it with some friends. Also, if you're not subscribed, please subscribe and hit that little bell so you can get updates on all the dope content we'll have coming out in the future. Furthermore, guys, if you'd like to follow us on Instagram or Twitter, we will have the links for some of that stuff down in the description below. Once again, thank you very much, children of the screen. We hope you all have a good one. Nerd Scum, out.
But it did almost have a ween. There was some boobs.
Okay.
And it